Joining us now from Doha is Youcef Bouandel, a professor of political science at Qatar University. Really good to have you back with us, Professor. We're only into the second day of this ceasefire, and already there's talk and expectation that this marks an end to this two-year war. What's your view on this ceasefire deal? Will it hold? And more importantly, will it lead to the end of Israel's brutal assault?
I think one needs to be cautiously optimistic. It has been a very big achievement, this particular ceasefire. There is optimism that it's going to hold. We've seen scenes of jubilations in both sides of the divide, in Israel itself, as well as in the occupied territory and Gaza. So people are extremely happy that they have achieved this particular deal. Donald Trump has put all his weight behind that particular deal. Obviously, he had conversations with both parties. He's going to Egypt on Monday to oversee this particular deal and the next steps. He entered in what I call a mutual society of praise for the Hamas. He praised them, and the leadership of Hamas praised Donald Trump. But, and it's a very, very big but, we need to wait and see what's going to happen. Despite the ceasefire, like your reporter said, a few Palestinians were killed. We wait for the end of the 72 hours for the exchange of prisoners. In the report said that the dead hostages, it's a little bit difficult to find them for Hamas. So when this particular prisoners exchange takes place, it will be just another very important step towards achieving that peace. Nonetheless, there are so many sticking points as far as the permanent ceasefire is concerned, in particular with the future of Hamas, who's going to run the Gaza when Hamas is excluded, and also the Hamas should no longer have weapons at its disposal. That, in my opinion, will be very, very sticking points, especially if we look at the history in 1982, when there was a deal between the PLO and Israel and guarantees by the United States of America that it will protect and ensures that the deal holds. The results were Sabra and Shatila, two refugee camps when Sharon went with his troops and massacred hundreds and thousands of Palestinians. So I think this particular incident is very much alive in the minds of Hamas's leadership, and it will be one of the sticking points for further negotiations.
And Professor, we know that the countdown is now on for this highly anticipated hostage and prisoner release. The US says Hamas has until Monday morning to release Israeli hostages. The concern is, of course, that once all of the hostages are released and Hamas has lost the little leverage that it had during this war, that Israel could simply resume its attack on the Gaza Strip. Donald Trump says that's unlikely. But what's your view? Are you concerned that this war may resume once all of the captives are freed?
Well, it is a possibility, because Hamas, when it hands over the prisoners and the dead bodies, it loses the most important card it has at its disposal to negotiate. So from that particular point, and let's not forget that the three objectives that Netanyahu put about 2 years ago when started was the release of hostages, or to bring back the hostages, which has been achieved through negotiations. I mean, some hostages were released during a ceasefire. So this is one of the objectives achieved. The second one is the complete eradication of Hamas. which has not been achieved to date. And thirdly, Gaza will no longer represent a threat to the state of Israel. This, from an Israeli point of view, has not been achieved. And that's why there is a possibility that the Israelis will come back and continue what they call the mission. On the other hand, given Donald Trump putting his weight behind the deal and coming to the region in the next 2 days or so, gives a little bit of optimism that the United States, which is the only major power, able to put an end to this massacre and to this war. I think that one needs to be more optimistic about it. But it's, in my view, it's touch and go. It could resume any moment.
Okay, Professor Youcef Bouandel, we'll leave it there for now. Great to get your thoughts as always. Thank you.
Thank you.